Hello, good afternoon, and happy full moon to you. It's that time again, regular as clockwork, every month there's another full moon, at least one. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, welcome to this lovely event, and thank you for bringing yourselves here and for coming to be with me. Mostly because it's quite weird if no one's here and I end up talking to myself. So I'm always very grateful that you turn up and come and listen to my random ramblings. So it makes it all easier. You know, there's a really lovely energy that rises when we speak light language for other people. You know, I record tracks and I do this kind of stuff, but you know, there is nothing more magical than actually speaking to somebody else live. Hello, Joe. Thank you for being here. You know, it's utterly gorgeous, just connections. You know, when I was in a mediumship group years ago, and the one thing we all did was when the person was up on stage, we would always feed positive energy into the channel, into the person who was speaking. And it helped so much. It really did, because if not, you sort of stood there and went, it's just me. Hi, Lorraine. So, you know, there is always this wonderful connection, this wonderful relationship that happens when we're speaking to people live. So, yeah, I am always grateful that you turn up. It's absolutely wonderful. So here we are, the Sagittarius full moon, and bringing in new energy, new life, bringing in lots of chaos, you know, which is what full moons do. But hopefully it'll be a smoother ride. Morning, Gail. Hope you're well. I think since the last time I was on live was the 6/6 portal, was it? And that was fun. I'm sure you felt that as well. You know, we seem to do lots and lots of physical clearing after the 6/6 portal. Oh, hello. I'll tell you about that later, Lorraine, as we go on, because I think I know what that is. It's hit me as well. And, you know, it's, where was it? Oh, the 6/6 portal, it just cleared a shed load of stuff physically. And I hope you've now got sort of past that. Yeah, it's here. This is going to be a fun one, I think. I can see the heat in me, the energy in me rising already. So, yeah, this one's going to be really interesting. So I'm going to try and keep it on what I've written about this full moon, but we might divert. Who knows where? So what we're in right now is the full moon, the full strawberry moon. And it's called strawberry because it's about when we'd harvest the strawberries. And a time of spring harvest, you know, it's different from the autumn harvest, because the autumn harvest is about going into quiet and hibernating and going into kind of, you know, almost death mode. But spring, it's not. Spring, it is about harvesting the fruits, you know, so you don't kill the plant. When you harvest the wheat, you're obviously killing off the plant, just leaving the roots. Whereas here, when we're harvesting the fruits, it's lovely because the plant is still there and it keeps producing more and more harvest. And that just feels really important to me, that it's a constant stream of gifts and energy given out to us to eat, to sustain us. These wonderful, wonderful gifts from the universe. So I love this sort of strawberry full moon thing. And then it's in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is quite fiery. Sagittarius is the wild, untamed, you know, gorgeous life that makes us just dance down the street or go, I want to go somewhere, I want to go exploring. And the wonderful thing about this Sagittarius full moon is it's not about knowing where we're going. You know, I have watched countless videos of people sitting there going, I know exactly where we're going in Ascension, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen. It's a load of rubbish, because none of us know. Because what we are going through now has never, ever been done in the history of the cosmos. This is an extraordinary time. And if anybody sits there and says, oh yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen, it's rubbish, because we don't. And this is what makes the roller coaster so immense, because you're on a roller coaster, you know at some point it's going to end. And you'll get up and throw up and do whatever roller coasters do to you. But this, it's an endless roller coaster, because we don't know when we're going to reach the end. We don't know when we're going to say, hey, look, the world's ascended. So we're just on this thing, and it is a journey that just takes us to highs and lows and circles us round and tips us upside down. And this is just a part of it. So Sagittarius is the same kind of energy. It doesn't know where it's going. It doesn't know what it wants to do. I mean, right now, this is going to sound crazy. Right now, this Sagittarius energy is making me want to get up and dance in front of you. I'm not going to dance in front of you. I'm not going to ruin that. But this is what I mean. This is what it wants to do. It goes, hey, do you want to dance for no reason? Yeah, I want to dance for no reason. And what's wrong with this energy? Absolutely nothing. What is wrong with having this heart that wants to set us free, that wants to get us to be playful? It's wonderful. It's glorious energy. Not now, Lorraine. I'm not going to dance now. Later, when the video is off, I'll go dance around the kitchen. But, you know, this is only because I want to talk. Otherwise, I would do it. But, you know, this is the energy of Sagittarius. And it's also, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is a beautiful, expansive energy that just makes us want to be bigger, to be bolder, to just go wandering. Now, I had this ex-boyfriend once, a long time ago. And there's a reason he's an ex. But one thing I did love was we'd get in the car and he'd say, well, where do you want to go? And every junction we'd reach, he'd say, do you want to go straight over, left or right? And we'd just go driving, wherever it was. And you'd come across these amazing little journeys. Didn't know where it was going, didn't know what was going to happen, didn't know what we'd find. But I loved it. I loved that freedom of going out there and just doing whatever. Because when we get in the car now, we tend to say, oh, where are we going? You know, where is the goal? Where we're going to reach? It's the same in walking. Then we have a goal. Let me just read what you've written, Jo. So true. I have 3 Sagittarians in the family. Funny energies. Oh, you poor thing. A lot of fire in your family. That's not easy. But yeah, so, you know, we always want a goal. And the real goal, the only goal that's actually happening now, is our own ascension, our own explosion into light. Because this is what we're becoming. And light is so beautiful because it's like water. It can just become anything. You know, it turns into sparkles, it turns into rainbows. It just becomes anything at all. And this is what we are attempting to become as we ascend, is simply this beautiful light that just turns into anything, that can become anything. This is freedom. And as I was reading and writing all this about Sagittarius, I was taken back to a series of books that I loved as a child. I still love them. You know, when you find that book or those series of books and you just think, they're still me. You know, I still resonate with them. And these were books about wild horses in Australia, about the silver brumbies. And I had no idea these were real horses. I just thought, you know, they'd made it up. But anyway, so there are these horses and they are running free, and they experience the weather, you know, the lightning and the thunder and the sunshine, and they're so in tune with nature. And one day, one of these horses meets another horse, but she's in a pen. She's wearing a bridle. And this wild horse can't understand how on earth this horse, this free-spirited, wild animal could possibly allow itself to be mounted by man, to wear a bridle, to be kept in a pen, to be told what to do. And I read this and I just, I've always loved horses and I love horse riding, but it just felt so powerful to me. And this memory arose for me about how we have put a bridle on ourselves, how we have penned ourselves in. And when a horse rider gets on a horse, it's to do something. We're going to do show jumping, we're going to do some dressage, we're going to go on a hack, but we'll end up exactly where we started. There is such a definite and defined route to everything that happens. And Sagittarius wants us to be wild. It wants us to be free, to tie in with our soul. Now, I've had a lot of thoughts over the past few days about how incredibly important it is for our soul to really nestle beautifully within our body, for us to totally accept it, to come in and say, we are now together. Because then the soul can begin this beautiful dance with this body. Whereas when we have the physical body here and we have the soul over there, the physical body can't be influenced by it as easily. So we want these two beautiful energies just to merge. Let me read what you've written, Lorraine. Like a Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis. It's so powerful when the non-Narnian horse realises he can roll and gallop just because he feels like it. Oh, that's exactly it. That is, I've never read, I'm sorry, to big fans of C.S. Lewis. I've never read any. I was into different books when I was a kid, but being half German, that's what happened. But yeah, just this feeling, I can do this. I can do this. Why? Because I want to. And this freedom is fundamental to where we are going, to who we are becoming. Putting aside these rules. I think I should read that one. You're absolutely right. I shall put it on my list. I'm only reading about 5 books at the moment, so I shall add that. I read nothing and then I read 5 at the same time. So this whole idea of being free to be ourselves, and the more light we put into ourselves, the more light we allow in, the bigger we can become, the more expansive, the more playful. And I'm being reminded of quantum physics. I'm no expert. But when you shine through a laser beam onto a screen, it makes a pattern when you shine it through some kind of filter. And they've looked and they've said, the filter the light pattern that's created on the other side changes according to who is viewing it, which is extraordinary. Now you have to think about, how do we change when somebody else is viewing us? Do we alter our behaviour? Do we alter our speech, the way we are, just because somebody else is watching us, because somebody else is putting an expectation onto us about how we should be? So the question then comes, there's that saying, isn't there? Dance like nobody's watching. And that's the thing. What if nobody was watching? But more importantly, what if we knew that nobody was judging us, or that even if they were, their judgments make no difference to who we are? Then how would we be? And this, to me, is this freedom that Sagittarius and Jupiter are bringing in. How would we be if we just didn't care? If we didn't put any importance upon the judgments of others, and we were simply free to be who we are, to do as we want, to say as we want. And when we have the soul nestled within our body, then it would be the soul expressing itself. And we wouldn't be nasty, we wouldn't be mean, we would simply be a physical representation of the divine light of our soul. Wow, I made some sense. That's scary. So what else did I write? The curiosity. Sagittarius, all about curiosity, open to new experiences, ready for change, enthusiasm, transforming our visions into reality. What beautiful energy that is. Bad side? There seems to be a downside to several things. But what we can do with Sagittarius is we can get too caught up here in our head. But I don't actually think that's going to happen, not with all this crazy energy suddenly piling in. And what we've got to remember also is that the full moon isn't just about what an astrologer says. The full moon has a very great resonance on us, on our individual journey and who we are as an individual. And just because one person say, oh, isn't it amazing? It's all about transforming my visions, doesn't mean it is to you. So if I say something it doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine, because we each have our own incredibly personal and private journey with this full moon. So if it doesn't resonate with you, sit with yourself. Go into your heart and ask and say, what do I feel from it? What's it uncovering in me? Because it'll always be something different. And I'm not going to sit here and say, this is what you must feel, this is what you will experience. Because, again, that's following a rule. I can only say what I'm experiencing, what I see, what I feel, how I engage with it. Never, ever forget that your own journey is totally valid, and you must listen to the journey that your heart and your soul is taking you on. And if you end up experiencing something completely different from everybody else, it means you listened. It means you followed your heart and your soul, and that's such a beautiful and wonderful thing to do. And that's, after all, where we're going in Ascension. So yeah, the adventure over the uncertainty of the goal. Get out there and explore and travel. And don't worry about where you end up. At the end of the day, it's really funny what they've told me. So it's funny to me. At the end of the day, wherever you travel, you're still on Earth. Which you kind of think, yeah, Earth's quite big. But they go, no, it isn't. Not really. Not compared to this cosmos. So we can never really get lost, because we'll always still be on Earth. And if we do venture out of our bodies and we go exploring that way, we're still attached to our body. So we can never really, really get lost. It's impossible, because we're here. We're here and now. So don't ever worry that you're going to disappear. It's not going to happen. Stop seeing ourselves as limited. Stop spending our days looking at the restrictions that they gave us. Let's be who we are. Let's be free. Let's dance the dance of our soul. Excuse me, saying that, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. I hate cold tea. I can't ever drink that. I can always spot someone who's been a mother, because they're amazing and they can drink cold tea. So then I thought we'd have a look at some cards. And I ordered this new pack. Unfortunately, they arrived slightly damaged, so they're sending a new one. But they are gorgeous, called the Gateway. What are they called? Hang on, I've forgotten that. The Gateway of Light Activation. I just saw them. I saw one card and I went, I've got to have those. And that's the other thing. We deny ourselves. Oh, I don't deserve to have that. Oh, I shouldn't have that. Yeah, you should. You weren't put here to deny yourself. You weren't put here to, to be punished. If you want to punish yourself, that's fine. You can go and do it. But we weren't put here in order to be punished. We were put here to experience and to love and to feel joy and to sing and to, be as light-filled as we possibly can. Anyway, so I had a look at these 3 cards and I loved what came up. And this, Lorraine, is where this energy hit comes in. So that first one, Gaia Gateway Activation. Oh, have you, Lorraine? You got some of his card decks. I've only just discovered him. It's funny, you just suddenly take a new path and you explore a new journey. Don't know where it's going to go, and there it is, they pop up. So the Gaia Gateway Activation is about trusting the plan. We don't always need to know the plan, as I've said. And sometimes when we do, we just end up worrying about the plan. They are absolutely stunning, really are. So we end up worrying about the plan, and is it going to work out? And what if it goes wrong? Isn't this a crazy thing? We have a plan and we think that's the way it's got to be. We then worry about it going wrong. If it goes right, we go, oh, thank goodness the plan worked. Did it? Don't know. And if it goes wrong and something else happens and it's really wonderful what happened, then we go, oh, well, the plan still worked out, but it didn't work out because we actually went off plan and did something else. So what's the point of worrying about a plan? It doesn't get us anywhere. It doesn't create anything. Whatever's going to happen will happen. So we just need to go with it and simply adapt and be flexible enough to allow more wonderful things to come in. You know, I have it when I teach, Reiki particularly. I say to people, look, you may have a plan about something, but the universe has something greater. And you sit there and you go, this is what I want in life. This is what I want to achieve. And the universe says, no, we're going to create something better for you. And people, I'm not kidding, people do literally sit there and go, I don't want that. It's not what I ordered. Yes, but it's better for you. It's nicer. It's more abundant. I didn't order it, did I? I don't want it. So we actually reject the gifts of the universe because they don't precisely fit whatever it is that we've asked for. So you're very good at rejecting the gifts of the universe, Joe. I think it's time to just open up and go, hey, I'm going to have what the universe gives me. Because they know, you know, this mind can think in a very small way. And whereas our heart and our connection to the universe can actually ask for much more. It can dream for much more. And then the universe can give us what we ask for. I'm laying that at the moment. I'm doing all these exploring about manifestation and so on. And it is extraordinary how small we make our minds, how small we make our dreams. And as I'm meditating on these kinds of things, the universe says, well, what else would you like? Oh, well, I can't ask for more, can I? It's like, yeah, you can. And this is what the brain does. The brain goes, no, you can't have it. You don't deserve it. And the universe is going, well, tell me, what do you need? What do you want? All of your life so far. Well, let's change it. We're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to open up our minds, open up our hearts and say, universe, I am open and ready to receive abundance because it's all there. Everything. Gaia is incredibly rich. We just need to accept it. So then we have onto the second card, which is the Order of Melchizedek. I can never pronounce it. Anyway, the order of that. And this card says, continue with the light. You know, continue trusting it. Continue trusting us. Continue trusting all the manifestations of the light. That we are with you. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you. We are here to help you shine even brighter. Here to help even more light come into your life. And light is never a bad thing, ever. Yeah, there are times when it can throw light on. It can throw light on whatever is wrong, but by seeing what is wrong, then we can change it. Yeah, Gaia is giving us so much at the moment. It's incredible energy. It is, and she is so wise and so incredibly loving. You know, to offer her, I think of it as Gaia offering herself in order to allow us to come and reside here on it for generations, for thousands and thousands of generations. What an amazing gift to literally offer her home to us, to support our lives. It is incredible. It's church like in cheese, Melchizedek. Thank you, Lorraine. I'll probably forget it tomorrow, but for now it's there. You know, this wonderful, this beautiful earth, and we turn around and say, oh, Gaia doesn't give me anything. The universe doesn't give me anything. Just look at the life that you've got. Just look at life itself. It's all out there. So yeah, Gaia is being incredibly generous with us. Plus all the ways we've poisoned her, all the ways we've, challenged her. That she invited her children to come here, and then we kill each other, and yet she still loves us. That's such an extraordinary gift, such an extraordinary generosity from our mother. It really is. Now, this is the last one that came in, and it's my fault. Okay, I think this gift of energy, because I picked up this card, the Annunaki light codes. She does. She loves us so much, more than I think any mother could ever love her children. You know, it's. I know some mothers say, "Oh, even if my child was a mass murderer, I'd still love them," but I'm not sure they would. But Gaia still loves, and that's just amazing. So the Annunaki light codes talk about this shift in perception, this shift in our own mind, so that we can see how abundant we are, so that we can see that having trust in our journey, having trust in the universe, is everything that we need. So it's speaking about a gateway to our own potential, a gateway to exploring who we are, to exploring our own incredible light that isn't just ours, remembering that we carry within us the light of the universe. So we are the universe. Every single one of us is the universe, because we're made of it, we exude it, we exhale it, we breathe it in. We are the universe. But when I read this card, it said to call on us. Oh, it also says end of a cycle. That's wonderful. Yes, thank you. End of restrictive cycle. That's what we want. But they said all you have to do is call on us by saying our name 3 times. These beautiful, beautiful light beings. So I did. I said, and I want us all to say it, okay? Because we're going to go into light language, because I can feel them here just waiting. I've never channeled these people before, but we're going to give it a go. They are called the Annunaki. And I want each one of us now to say their name 3 times. And it is going to build this beautiful circle. It is going to raise the energy. Cool, we'll see. Okay, so get yourselves comfy. And here we say goodbye to the end of the cycle of restriction, the end of self-hatred, the end of denying ourselves, the end of denying our light, the end of feeling fear about where our journey is going to go. You can feel them, can't you? They're just hanging there, waiting to step in. Okay, here we go. Annunaki, Annunaki, Annunaki. Minor ni muito murkim ki watchin the mushkaras metiorana. Tarishki bukinit ki watin yushkishka. Sin you with the mutkara dimnik to Borashkia. Seknorski mitraja warni nudurishki ki what tatashkera ishkupua. Tarmukush veteran you do jitkitrashmes. I with the do numeraja kutotaiski. Smotarino do porotor patarik burkotor but carapito copacapagnemro carpatiki. Tarasha, Simuji Taram to Prashi, Kontor, Taram the Tipper Makaroshki Kiturma, Taramuji Kimarashi, Tarashki to 2 that is scientific numerator, to Tuishna Ibarana. Zizka, Donaki, but Dorski can Mutaraja, but she did to Brashak, and the Terishki Taramashki, Sukunaraja, Tarish Graki, Darakatashka Sumuta, Tarmukajish guy did in the Maravi to Murukawara Turishki. Sadon Modarin Nishgari, Sindia Don Mudukabai, Nurkishki, Sumara to Arishiki Neshka, Sintanumur. Daar nie to bro dat habitarusk marajiki sutta. Daar no da jikis. Toramatora no ai numero te petitar no kodeshika. Sizoda. and the Torishiki Mishka Lorama Duraba, Tarishkin Sinke, the Matamundarnia Morajne, Sitrujuskarai, the Maray Nodora, Tarurkaskia, Tomushkes Vari Nodobarani, Tarishiki Sutumo, Tarmo, Haye Darish Nimas, with the Butorenkia, Situma, Yadarish, Kodaramia. Mutarashinski, Tarasi, Torojama, who dies the Jubandara, but the Kuturmakariski, some more than Yatarosha Sokai, Tazigemo, Ademoraborai, Taramakaki, Obratashkisma, Situzuskaya, Tarindia Budo, Marai, Moske, Sija, Tatomorashise, Camora, Camoya, Namia, Don Mak, Wataramorakari, Toroshasikata, Taridata Mora, with the Morakavada, Shikamoshkes, Yatoma. Ademia, Ayuata, Ayabuada, Morakarakin, Joshua Kukai, City Ademia, Tawada, Amiawaki, Namashiki, Kushkeza, Citirura, and the Maraki, Sat Hodari, Kushayata Moraja, Suzuko, Ramatebo, Odarini Kushiki, Sitaraje, my one nikia, Ditamo, Hare Kushkizika Mora, Nawo Okima. Mutta parake buku krahiski sumusikio, tormakaisi tiituski susukaravareita tarini ja tatashi. So nata ukare iparara korkiski sukarataski. Tammi aivuota muu aiteki automa aiwaki porakarakin kushi. Muasika tarishiki kukara etitishipsi potara kekakora izikimo etarar. Toto ota ita ebarokaramni kora ki etarshiki asantondora. Sekio atu otareba etupur atoko otama ora tikitushkiku iskisma. Terumuko asiara da baroka yendo doshkiawa. Midamara. Samo ke esgi ki kotarshimesa wa aturo kopara ikai ishki. Sataria me etekaka morakashi koishi smoja eti amua zikinara shikurs ketaramreketa toshi situ tama yushke uskia. They say we might remember them. We remember them from eons ago when we were Babylonians and we worked with them, and we will recognize them in ourselves. They are a part of us. Budare shikindu kotesh kisasa wa edamora ayukumu keke ishisinyata ramata ushki sutuzishka sima arendo tushki iwajadamra ni poka kiotroshinya satayamo tamo hetiroshki samora daramo kadarshiki wutu arake medarshinya ke sadaramara tushiki potarashki tska terem amoka idroshki tsuchishka darasima dareji Kusinia da zarina na maraketorski, smudraja zikama, taramokarajina sawarakotorshi, samawi inamrakarabatibu, ushki sonia zakare darshkia, sadarashki masakorokaratendishki swasinia jerkoshka sakia, taramekoshki zakaraka, terajkodora tashkiski madarawash, asumtu tobarakimishki, siasatarava, tamoshki koshke, zarina no kivishk morarabatandrushkezi, mazindra, jajiushki de kajashki matar. Skizzataranietski, Smudushki Larishka Maraza, what I each Kimudurskvara, some Mudraja Iski, Shishka shoot, some Putarama, Tereditki, Shatamara, Taranakruasito, Muarana, Kijashko Yashamadia Marita, Porskits with the Tiburn Zenda, Tamorska, Sees Giaran Nakabrak, the Shiki wood, Ham Yadarmajima. Nadara niturumoka, sikish, subtaramitarash, sanara idamashki, sumarade kurukmatarshki sumota, savudarashi, kimazera, hamiadamarashki, zimarakitarashi. They say we need to recognize once again that we are starlight beings. We have worn a mask of humanity, and while humanity has never been a punishment, we have taken on the human definition of what it means to be human, and therefore we have put a mask on that hides our true light. And they are sending activations that allow us to connect once again with the light that is the real us to come shining through. This is what they are doing. Modarish Kmoshesia, the Motarshesi Mataramatati, Ituruko Baraka, Tarjima, Iko Aki Motoraka Avitoruko, Kitarshi, Samadaramoa, Irujkese, Metirojka, Tamarajkiska Shasaitara, Mayueta Moaju, Adia Maraki, Tushasa, Paratata Pereta, Barkarishik, Tizguda, Tamarashim, Hakimatar, Homa, Atadijushku Sumus, Wataramata, Ishke, Zizi Mutarabaja, Taramaka, Washadarashina, Kiata Maramara, Manekoroshukusai, Shimo, Nadimara, Itenia Korasa Karamaneta Roshiki, Zatara, I Wutimora Krakashi Samati, Netiba, Notarma Jabaraki, Tereshiki Miski Shatomora Jabatabarita Roshiki Samata, Tamiano, Roja Kerasitara, Abunikarasin Maraka Roshkisia Sataremia, Amata Ishkos, Sudarmayata Mikamarakashi. Taji Kushisa Kiadaramasi, Tamio Edomokashea, Matimurkashika Mora Rajibu, Daraji, Bezewicata, Tarishiskos, Tarashikos, Katarabushka, Swissaba, Ianonoshakia, Tamoarea ditiki, Tumara Nokara Sikerede, Tamayo Nomorashike, Mada Ishe Siadia. Tajoras Koraz de Daramia, Tumuraje, Tamia Kora. They said the worst thing we ever did was allow this terrible definition of humanity to cover our hearts, because rather than knowing that our hearts are pure light, they were covered with the very human, very tainted ideas of what love is and of how little our hearts can love, and hence this idea of sin was born. And we stayed in this idea of sin for so long, and now we are beginning to recognize that our hearts are love, and this is all they are, and there is no sin, because a heart that carries that much love can never sin. Kayudorushke mia zodari, miwatiko, meadomoraka shishikuoshesia, dramati uturamake, taj kueti modamawi, adiorak mekashio, kujikiaka, the mojashwesinia, a diorkesiama, tadu koranaka, zia modajikia. Tai woguga kia motakea, tuadi moraka kia taramashika diokia, taruka tishkia, torjekara, terjikosa, meti dudurmiazini adoratieteke, tatiwakakia, madinyo karakashikimoshi wati, tudukaraniki kishishumoka, shesi adaramaki, tatioshka. Satiodora mesiake, tadiamara dorikashima shedarashi, sakayodormakia, satitaki satuta takera kashikoka kimadarenima, atikukarashi gemaze, taramia doroshokusino karashiko donna kakashikmiata waraya nadachi, tudaram shihi shakasa taramoya, medima, atikaramakashika, waidiuda shikiam, shendo madi waradike, tatikorosa. That was also a gift from them for our chakras, to open them, to cleanse them, so that we are able to then bring more light, more universal light, and to expand more of our true soul and our true heart through our energy centers. And then we step more into the truth of our soul. So just stay with that energy for a little while. Let those beautiful sounds of light, ribbons of light, just flow through you. You may feel them working through your back chakras. We forget about them so often. Allow this light just to spread, to cleanse that connection with Gaia, to bring purity and love back in to all that we do. And feel that ribbon of peace that exists when we truly align with light. Just be in that stillness. Oh, Lorraine, I started channeling their language at exactly the same moment as you. Lots of hand signals too. Amazing. It was. You can feel how much they love us and how they are almost a representation of who we are at our highest, at our most light-filled. And they want us to be just as they are. As you said, Lorraine, freedom, to have that same beautiful freedom. We need to know now that this freedom is who we are supposed to be. We were told that freedom was something bad, that we would hurt ourselves, that we would hurt others. And they come to remind us that we won't. The biggest hurt comes when we deny ourselves that freedom. Super wonderful. Thank you, Joe. It's a beautiful piece. And I'm so glad to have met the Annunaki. Stepping into joy. Yes. And joy doesn't have to be bouncing around the room. Joy is just being comfortable with ourselves, being at peace with ourselves, with who we are. This is the greatest joy. That was, enjoy being free. Thank you. And to you, Sarah. And as ever, I say, if you want to give an exchange, if you feel drawn to give an exchange, I'm honoured to accept, but it's not needed. I would be here anyway, talking to myself. But thank you so much for being here. And just this incredible feeling of what we're stepping into that is so powerful, so beautiful. Don't shy away from it. Let's go explore. Let's go just be. And I look forward to seeing you very soon, because we have the amazing solstice coming up. And the energy there, I don't know what it's going to be. I have this feeling there are going to be a lot of light beings around. And we will see where that takes us to the next step on our ascension journey. And I'm so glad we're doing this together. Could you imagine doing this alone? It'd be awful. We'd all think we're going completely insane. Whereas at least together we can talk about going completely insane and laugh about it. So I look forward to seeing you on the solstice. If not before then, online or in the Seekers group. And enjoy the rest of this beautiful full moon energy. And see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.